Welcome everyone to Doga Yoga. Today on this beautiful foggy calm day we're doing a slow flow, so relaxing, slowing, releasing, surrendering, just letting it all out and allowing us to be here however and wherever you are. So we're going to start in child's pose. Take the knees wide, forehead to the earth and hands forward. Really ground here as we draw ourselves inward, connecting to the earth and the rise and fall of our breath. Take a few cycles here, just settling, feeling the fingers connect to the mat, the forearms, the knees, the shins, the toes. And let your breath ground you fully into the here and now. Inhale, fill up all three chambers. And exhale, let it go. Cultivating a beautiful, even breath. Inhale. And exhale. A few more like this at your own pace, at your own time. When we're ready, gently peel ourselves off the mat. Come on to all fours. Knees come into hip distance. Walk the hands forward and lower the forehead to the earth, coming into our puppy pose or melting heart. To really relax the shoulder blades down the back. Really lengthen the arms, squeeze the elbows into the ears as much as we can. And just notice what comes up for you here. Chest might be super tight. You might really feel it through the front body. The shoulders might be super stiff. You might feel it through the back body. You might feel it through both. You might feel it through the ribs and the sides. You might wriggle side to side here super gently, just bringing up all those little sensations. And already rise on up, peel ourselves off the mat. Take a little cat-cow, drop the belly, smile. And then the cat, really round out. Oh, get into that good space that we just worked. Come back to neutral, and we're just going to take our thread the needle, spread our right fingertips, really make sure there's weight in all areas of our palms. So press into our thumb, our pinky, all the ones in between. Lift our left arm high and just take circles. One way, and then the other. One way, and then the other. When you're ready, reach high to the sky and thread. Reach this arm over towards the right, ear comes down, and just breathe. So this right hand is just gently helping us guide. We're not forcing ourselves into the twist too much, but just helping us guide towards the right. Our gaze is either towards the right fingertips or send them higher towards the shoulder or armpit. Breathing, softening and letting go. When you're ready, press the right hand down. Just come back into your tabletop and freestyle. So get into the hips, the shoulders. You might take your traditional cat-cow, dropping the belly and really drawing the navel in. Or just move intuitively here. Work out what needs to be worked out. And press into our left hand, send our right hand high, circles. Work it out in your way, taking it one way and then the other. One way and then the other. When you're ready, reach high and thread. Shoulder down, ear down, come onto the fingertips and breathe. Gaze to the side or up, to the shoulder, to the sky. You might like to close down your eyes. Soften a little more. Just notice the difference side to side here. When you're ready, plant that hand down, reach on up, and place it back on the ground. Now we're just going to freestyle one more. Take your time, cat-cow. You might take barrel rolls with the chest. Move in a way that feels good for you. Just flowing nice and slowly with the breath. When we're ready, we're going to kick our right toes behind us and just push back onto our heel. Our gaze goes towards those back toes. Just bounce here a little, just get a beautiful stretch into that calf. You might come forward and all the way back again, just to really work in there as much as you can. Just play here. And when you're ready, just bring that knee through and step it in between your hands, coming into a nice lunge. So nice and considered, take your time, up on the fingertips, shoulder blades down. Imagine there are sunbeams. I have actual sunbeams on my face as the sun rises over the water this morning. Inhale. And sink the hips a little lower. Get the shoulders a little higher. Up onto the fingertips and breathe. When we're ready, plant your hands. Come back into that tabletop. You can freestyle here or option to just sink into child's pose for a moment. You might like to find that reconnection to the earth, the breath. Just find that beauty and stillness. And when we're ready, we'll all come on up. Send our left toes out and just play. Bounce, move, enjoy. Ooh, giant fish just jumping there. I don't know if that'll come up on audio. You might wriggle the ankle in circles, really just bouncing back and forward, getting into the calf. And when you're ready, however you can, foot through in between our hands, open on up. Nice and long in the spine, shoulder blades down the back. Imagine we're wearing this really nice necklace and we're showing it off. The hips goes down, gaze goes high. And see if you can lift the hands off the ground, like the weight is just in the fingertips, and then just let go. You might be able to come all the way up, hands come to hips. Balance on that knee if you need. When you're ready, come back to your tabletop. Nice and gentle. Freestyle once more, your way. When we're ready, lean forward, chest down, then hips. Untuck the toes, press into the toes. We're going to send our elbows underneath our shoulders. Hands goes forward into Sphinx. So really melt the shoulder blades down the back here, push into the hips, activate the legs, and grow tall in the spine so we're kind of reach the crown of the head towards the sky. Chin is tucked. Beautiful release here. Just really notice where this feels for you. It is all areas of the back body. And when you're ready, look over the left shoulder, towards the left toes if that feels good for your neck. A few breaths here, just noticing what comes up when we move our body in this way. You might love it, you might hate it, and come back to center. And we'll switch. Gaze over the right. So you can get a little bit more length. When you're ready, roll on down. Hands become a pillow. Just connect here for a moment. I'm going to send our arms out wide. There we go, words this morning. Gaze goes towards our left fingertips and then simply walk them in underneath our shoulder. And we're just going to peel ourselves up onto the right side, so roll on over. We're pressing into the right fingertips so they're gripping the earth, and you can really feel this nice arm and shoulder release here. So you can breathe here, just really focusing on sending the shoulder blades down the back, nice release. Or you can kick these top toes towards that hand, keeping this knee down. We don't want to peel it up, we want to keep it down. So you might stay here, you might just kind of send them together, or you might be able to grab those toes with the fingers, creating a nice sideward bow, half bow here. So you'll feel it in the shoulder and the hip and thigh. And just notice what comes up for you. Take your time to enjoy it. Take your time to explore. And when we're ready, release. Come on back to center, and we're going to swap. So turn the gaze the other way. The left hands go out long, the right fingertips walk in. We're simply rocking up onto that right side. So take your time here. Kick those toes out or towards the hand if you would like. And you can see if you can grab them. This is actually a fun way to start playing with a bow option, or grabbing the foot and pushing into the hand with the foot, because this comes into all different variations. We can do this in a standing bow or dancing posture. It comes into our bow on the mat on our stomach when we're grabbing both feet. We can do our 4-point bow, which is for kneeling on hands and toes, or hands and knees, I should say. And you can create a half bow there. This is a great way to start exploring the shape in a really nice, safe way. Really opens up the whole body. When you're ready, release. Come back to center. So nice. And we're simply, super fancy, going to come onto our backs. Roll on over. We're going to bring both of our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a little wriggle and a little love. Take circles, figure eights, literally whatever feels good for you in this moment. We're going to take a beautiful supine twist. So we're going to send our left leg long. Keep our right knee into our chest. Our left hand stays on our right knee. Our right hand goes out wide. And just send our gaze, just like we did on our tummy, towards those fingertips. Big, beautiful breath. Really gain length from the heel all the way to the crown of the head. Then exhale, revolve, sending that knee over towards the left. Just gently release here. Feel the twist from the tailbone coming up the body all the way to the crown of the head. Feel it come through the ribs, the shoulders. Breathe into this space. So inhale, fill up with energy and light and air and space. And exhale, just let it soften, let it go. You got this. Inhale. And exhale. Take your time, enjoy it. This is your practice. And your shape will look very different to mine because we have different bodies. And that is what we're here to do. celebrate our differences, celebrate exactly what we can do. If you'd like to try something a little extra, kick that bottom heel towards your buttocks and reach your top hand down and grab the toes, kind of like we were playing around with before. So you'll get into the shoulder, keep this right shoulder on the ground still, and revolve. So a revolution plus a little extra shoulder and thigh stretch. Gaze still firmly towards the right. When you're ready, release. Roll them back to center, both knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Right leg long, left knee stays in, right hand to left knee, left hand out beside us. Big inhale, reach with the toes and the crown of the head forward and up, gaining length. And then exhale, revolving. So notice the differences side to side here. This morning my lower back is super open on the side and it just went straight over. So just see how you're feeling. You might be super tight, it might be twingy, so you might just keep the lower back on the ground and just start the motion of that leg going across the body. Just find what works for you. Find what feels good. Feel that revolution from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And breathe into the space. Breathe into the hip, filling it with energy, light, air, space. And exhale, soften. And let go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take your time. When you're ready, kick your heel in towards your glute if you would like that. Grab the foot and kind of push into the hand with the toes. Grounding that and that shoulder still, gaze still firmly towards the left. Notice how it changes the sensations. Release. Come back to center, both knees in. Big hug. You might even tap your knees with your nose, really round into a little ball. And lay down, knees wide. Happy baby. So you can stay here, just getting into the inner thighs. This might be more than enough for you. If you'd like to go on, feet towards the ceiling, grab the outside edges and release. You can stay here in stillness, or you can start to play. Rock, you might start to straighten one leg and then the other, getting into the hamstrings, getting into the hips. Just find what works for you. Release your feet when you're ready and come laying onto the mat. Palms facing up and breathe. When you're ready, send your arms up overhead. Wiggle the fingers and toes, roll the wrists and ankles. And peel yourself up into a seated position. So you might roll up, or you can just send the knees to one side using the arm as a pillow. Coming up gently. And we'll meet in a cross-legged. And lots of length here. Oh, it feels so good. And together we'll take one big arm circle up overhead. Fingertips touch and back to heart center. Sending you so much love and gratitude, my beautiful yogis. Namaste.